It's very rare that I make an entire video on just one artist on my channel, especially one that I wouldn't particularly consider an underground artist. I'll explain that later. But with this artist, I feel like they have a very unique story, a very unique process, great music, and I think you guys could learn a lot from this video. My name is Patrick CC, and today's artist spotlight is on Aries.
She said I hate my day job, I don't feel it, I need raise.
Before I start this video, you know I always have to drop a reminder to drink more water because it's fun. Also, I did my first merch drop ever, the All I See Is Demons merch. Only the OG fans know what I'm talking about.
All I see is demons, everybody running, but you're not always seeing them.
There's only 50 available. By the time this video drops, I don't know how many will be available, so just go run to the website, see if I got your size, and thanks for the support. I'm fairly new to Aries' music. Aries' music, Aries'.
I graduated college.
I've probably only been listening to it regularly for about 4-5 months maybe. But I've actually known about his YouTube channel for a long time. And I'm sure there are a handful of you that don't know that Aries was a YouTuber. Just like me. If you consider yourself to be a YouTube watcher, especially if you like hip hop, then you've probably seen one of his videos or other videos that are sort of like it. Now that I'm editing this video, I've realized that I don't like the way I described Aries' channel. It's basically broken up into 3 subsections. He would recreate and show you the production process behind a very popular song.
This is the original, and now we can do this.
He would remix or flip a very popular song into a different genre or a different style or put his own twist on it. Or he would do various creative videos that just kind of surround production in general.
I'm gonna try to make a song using just my voice.
And specifically, he would do it in just 2 to like 5 minutes, so all of his videos were really short. But it was pretty cool. Whether you're a producer or not, you got some insight into how the process behind production goes in a really not boring way. I say boring very lightly because there is something, I don't know what it is about Aries, but for someone who's an entertainer, he's... Damn it, I spilt water on me chest and on me dingus. But it's funny because his anti-entertainment is what makes it so entertaining. Like, he's so boring, nonchalant, and melancholy that it's kind of relaxing to just watch him make videos. In fact, it's so interesting that I had to do some digging and try to find where this man has smiled. Has he ever smiled in his life? Has he ever laughed? Has he ever had a little giggle? And it took a long time, but I found a couple. We gotcha. And it seems like I'm not the only person interested in the fact that he never smiles. If you scroll down to the bottom of Aries' page, you notice that the first video he's ever uploaded was a song. So I can only imagine that he started making music way before he started this YouTube channel. Now, over the past 2 years, he's been releasing videos, getting more and more views, gaining his subscribers, and developing a very successful YouTube channel, and all the while, he's just kind of slipping his music in there. Every now and again, hey, I dropped a song, here it is. And these songs, as you can imagine, were being overlooked by the bulk of his subscribers, but they were still doing pretty decent numbers. I mean, probably better than most underground artists. And I took a listen to some of those older songs, and honestly, they weren't the best. They were good.
Sunset, we don't play. That's a girl we don't trust. So much shade, stay away from her. Devils on my lips. All this space, find it hard to fit. Spark my shade like the stars inscribing hieroglyphs.
There just wasn't anything really great about them. And I noticed that he just kept going with the YouTube. He just kept releasing more and more videos, and he was getting more and more popular, so I can only imagine he was getting better at producing and better at making music in general. There was sort of this shift. Now, I don't know if there was music dropped in between these songs, but he dropped a song called Genie, and that one was pretty good. It seemed to do noticeably better than the rest of his music.
Vibe out on his side, yeah. Prime all of my life, yeah. Gemini and Two-Face, whoa.
Then he dropped a song Neighborhood, which again, pretty good, probably of the same caliber, maybe a little bit better than Genie.
How'd you ever end like this? No outside, cutting friends off. Barbed wire fence, you missed that shit.
And then out of nowhere, boom, drops Carousel, which gets, at this point it has 900,000 views. But let's just say it had 500K back then when he first dropped it. Either way, it kind of popped off, and it was noticeably better than all of the other music that he's ever made before.
Falling like carousel, on a razor like I'm Tyrion.
And then after Carousel, he drops big videos, and he drops another song called Sayonara, and Sayonara took off, and I believe it became his biggest song at the time.
Not enough poured up, move to the side. Runner up, fuck around, never let me buy.
And then from there, he basically said, fuck YouTube, I'm done with this. Like, my music is popping off now. Because his follow-up video to that was why I've been off YouTube. To which he doesn't really answer the question that well in the video.
I'm not sure if I really want to go as hard doing those like remix videos and stuff.
I'm sure he likes making videos, although he doesn't express it very well. But I'm sure he likes making them, and I'm sure he loves every little aspect that comes with being a YouTuber. But at the end of the day, he's an artist, and I think that making music and becoming a musician was probably the goal from the very beginning. But instead of him trying to get put on, or trying to get a cosign, or trying to sign to a label, or whatever it was, he said, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and build my own following. And I think that this is a very important lesson to be learned by a lot of you. See, I am extremely impressed not only with his music, but with the way that he gained his following. He's been making videos for and all the while just dropping music in between, and getting a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better, all while building his following, doing something totally separate. So he was essentially doing two things to build a following at once. And he had full control over his followers and his subscribers because they were all on his page. I'm not trying to undermine anybody else, but you have to see the power in this. If you're somebody that drops all your music and all your music videos on somebody else's page, like Elevator or Sad Chill Star, whatever, the big YouTube promotion channels, then you have to understand that they're the ones kind of gaining the most out of that. Yeah, people are gonna search your name and stuff, but imagine how much more powerful 30,000 views on your own channel is versus 100,000 views on somebody else's channel. And I think that what Aries did to build his following is honestly incredible. And I'm not trying to say that anyone can do it like him. Obviously, most people can't. But think about what you could do as well to build a following. I mean, I even talked about Lil Nas X, who built a following by making a Nicki Minaj fan account. It really doesn't matter how you build a following, as long as when you make the music that it delivers. And clearly, Aries' music didn't deliver, but his YouTube was still growing because of his videos. And then out of nowhere, boom, Carousel, boom, Sayonara, those songs took off, and he was like, all right, I'm good now. People fuck with me. And he has made some videos in between then and now, but most of them are only related to his own music, which I'm totally fine with. I mean, I liked his videos. I'm sure his followers and his fans really liked his videos. So maybe from time to time he'll put some out, but honestly, he doesn't need to. I actually like the fact that all of his videos now are only about his own music. Could you imagine if like Drake or anybody that's huge, could you imagine if they made YouTube videos back then when they were smaller on producing the music that they're putting out? Like, what if he drops a song and it becomes a, multi-platinum record, or it gets 1 billion plays and it becomes the next #1 song for the entire year? And he made a video beforehand about the idea of it and the process behind it, and then put that upload on YouTube. That's just something that artists are capable of doing now that they were never really capable of doing before. I think a lot of you artists should take advantage of this. Doesn't matter if you're savvy with a camera, you could just have an iPhone, but documenting what you're doing and just putting it up there on YouTube, just seeing what happens, could go a really long way. Now, honestly, I'm a huge fan of Aries. I think that all of the music he puts out is incredible. And before I said that he's not an underground artist, and the reason I say that is because he didn't really come up with the community. He isn't really part of a crew, of a community, of a whatever. I would definitely classify him more as an indie artist, an independent artist, because he built everything himself. And I just have so much respect for an artist that does that. So for the fans that are watching, go check out Aries' music because it's really, really good. Every song he drops is honestly a banger. And go look at some of his YouTube videos because they're very entertaining. And for the artists that are watching, definitely look at the way that Aries came up. And it's continuously coming up. Look how much better his numbers are doing on Spotify than a lot of other people. Look how much better his numbers are on everything. He built a very loyal following on YouTube, which all YouTube followings are loyal, so I love all you guys and appreciate all you guys. But there's a lot to be learned from him, so I highly recommend that you do some homework. If you like my music-related content, you like my taste in music, and you're interested in seeing me talk more about the underground and artists and songs and whatever, definitely go follow my JOTA page. I've been promoting it a little bit for the past week or so. I'm gonna start uploading music video reactions up there, album reviews, song reviews, just a bunch of different only music related content. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go check that out. I appreciate you so much. Aries, keep doing your thing. I appreciate you. I love your music. And everybody, thank you for watching. Drop a like if you appreciate it. I'm out.